What's up, Gloucester Township? I'm Joe Allen. This is Keith Givens.
We're here for the Restore GT podcast with a little special episode today.
A very special episode.
Yeah. We don't have any council meetings to recap, but there was some upcoming election shenanigans going on that we'd like to shed some light on.
New levels of...
New lows.
New lows. So let's go right into the article we're gonna reference here. So as you may know, or maybe you don't know, Sam Sweet and Kate Delaney are running for county commissioner in Camden County. And there was this New Jersey Globe article that came out. In Camden, Delaney's running mate defends misogynistic posts on social media. And it goes through talking about, if you remember, Sweet the Creep was the campaign thing back in 2021. The Democrats were trying to squash Sam and completely discredit him. And then there's a YouTube video here talking about sharing memes on Facebook that people found offensive.
Right, but that video came from Sam interviewing for, and I'm sure you guys, if you watch this podcast, you know about Councilwoman Stubbs, who had a very low attendance record, was the name and image used on a political hit piece letter that was sent out to residents with disparaging me and another parent, Dina Hendry, who were running for school board. And then, was it last week or 2 weeks ago now at this point? Well, I guess it was probably a month ago. Councilwoman Stubbs had resigned, and in her resignation letter alluded to she never actually wrote that. But the paid portion of that letter, which any political thing that goes out has to say who paid for this, it was done by our township solicitor's wife's PAC, Cindy Carlemere, who is also the chair of the Housing Authority.
So David Carlemere, that you see every council meeting.
Yeah,
the guy next to Orlando.
All the way back here and talks.
Sits all the way back. Never anywhere near the microphone. His wife runs the PAC that does a lot of the
hit piece type of thing.
Yeah, it's basically all the hit pieces. There's mailers. There's probably still mailers piled up over in the corner here. From the last.
So this PAC runner, leader, whatever the heck we want to call them, chair or whatever they're called, person that she just basically forced to resign, from council, completely embarrassed her to the point where she didn't show up to meetings anymore. Now the next move out is she's apparently one of the ones that are interviewing the candidates for council to replace her. So the way that the process works is because Ms. Stubbs was elected as a Democrat, the Democratic Committee for Gloucester Township then is able to submit names to council to say, here, select one of these people to fill out the remainder of Mrs. Stubbs' term who has resigned. So that's where this video came from. Sam went to go serve his community and serve the people by going and putting his name and saying, I'll serve the term. I was the runner-up last time. You didn't select me last time, but I'm going to come back, even though the term is only till December 31st. And while I'm still running, I'll fill out the term. One of your people that are on your ballot, if they win, will take over that seat, or a new person from the Republican side or independent side that wins it will take that seat, and I'll go on to do my county commissioner if I were elected to go do that. But that's not good enough. That wasn't good enough. They need to destroy him. They need to put out a video making him look bad, showing these memes that you're talking about from the private group that he was in, and just completely destroy the guy. It's disgusting.
Yeah. So the funny thing about the memes were back in 2020, we're all stuck at home. It was early in the pandemic. It was like a Facebook group basically that was sharing funny memes, sometimes offensive memes. It's not a group you want to be in if you're easily offended.
I mean, it was his fault for being in it, but that's the whole other, that's a whole nother story.
I guess if you've ever got political aspirations, you
probably shouldn't do that.
You probably don't want to be in it. It's funny. I've I scrolled through, and there's funny stuff. I'm not offended by anything really, but it was kind of the point. Like, that was the point of being in the group. Somebody was in that group, I guess intentionally, to spy. Because the screen grabs that they used back in 2021 when they did the whole Sweet the Creep website, those were screen grabs that happened like at the moment that they were posted.
Well, for all the gotcha things that he brings up at council meetings and everything, that they had gotchas
So
for
somebody,
for his.
Yeah, because if you go back to an old Facebook post, it has the date on there. And when somebody grabbed the screen grab, it was like
Posted a minute ago,
It would say like an
something.
hour ago or something like
Yeah.
that. But it was like that day that he posted it. Somebody held on to it for about a year and a half to use it. So nobody was offended back then.
Well, so that the PAC goes and makes a whole website about it, right?
Whole website.
But then fast forward to the last time that there was for council, like you said, no one was.
2022.
They asked him about it, but they still sent his name on to council as a
Tracy Trotto leaves. Sam interviews for that position.
under questionable terms.
Helen,
also,
yeah,
by
yes,
the way,
she definitely left before she was out of here. But
yeah,
Helen Albright Troxel and Sam Sweet both were sent to council as the top two.
right.
Helen Albright Troxel won. Sam was the runner-up. So when Stubbs left, it was everybody said, "Sam, you're the guy," and Sam said, "Hey, I'm running for county commissioner right now." We said, "Look, this is your chance. This is your chance to get in there and make a change." So Sam went in and he re-interviewed for this spot, and I guess they said, I think he knew he was being recorded. It's a hostile environment. You're sitting at a table with a bunch of people that have paid probably a few $100,000 over the last several years to make sure you don't win.
Right.
And you're sitting in front of them, and they're asking you questions, and you're answering them, knowing that they probably hate you, but you're like, hey, you know what? If I could serve my community, I'll go through this.
Yeah.
And he does it, and they record it. So it's a tough watch.
It is very tough watch.
It's because it's I don't know. You feel that uncomfortableness in the answers. If you know Sam, he likes to talk, and you can tell it's an uncomfortable situation, but he does it. He does it, and you would never think that video is going to wind up on NewJerseyGlobe.com.
Well, first of all, I didn't even know what NewJerseyGlobe.com is. Just like NewJerseyGlobe.com probably doesn't know what Restore GT is, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? The point is no one should have that outside of the Democrat committee.
Other than the only reason I would think they would record it is if there was, there were clearly 4 people in the room. There was a person recording the 3 people that were interviewing Sam. Maybe they wanted the rest of the committee to see it, so they recorded it. Fine. It never should have gotten any further than that. But if you look at the article on New Jersey Globe, now this guy that wrote this article, David Weinstein, he has no ties here. This article was clearly written by somebody here.
Isn't he the guy though that had the whole? Was he the Bridgegate scandal guy?
He's got something to do with that.
He was in jail, wasn't he?
He's like a criminal too.
Yeah, he was in jail and then pardoned by somebody to get out of jail. He's the one that wrote the article.
Yeah, so
nice company they keep there, but
yeah. So apparently, and the strange thing is, they're kind of a right-leaning website. So the thought was, because I'm familiar with the website from some of the other stuff that I've read. Because I'm in politics all over the place now. It's like a new hobby, I guess. But honestly, it was kind of sad to see it because I thought, man, you guys done some good articles on, fighting against like kind of the machine that's run New Jersey forever, and then here you are, you're attacking a guy, probably because he's a Democrat, because you think he's one of the bad guys, not realizing he's just a guy that's trying to make a change, and. But yeah, so they're basically basically they published a hit piece that was written by somebody else. Probably the same people that wrote the articles that they said Stubbs wrote.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought it was a copy and paste job that they took an article that someone from the Democratic Committee basically wrote and then just copy and pasted it and said, "Oh, look at this article. Here, publish."
Yeah, but some of our friends had reached out to the Globe and said
the wording that they used about Miss Stubbs and how she was controversial. No, she wasn't controversial at all.
No.
It was not that at all. It was actually the same committee that put out this video is what the controversy lies.
Stubbs was, you know what? We've spent a lot of time covering Stubbs. Mm-hmm. Stubbs was not the issue.
More time than she's actually shown up for council. That's how long.
Stubbs is not the issue. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that know us that know Stubbs, and they've told us, look, she's a really nice lady.
Yeah, she
never an issue. Nobody's ever questioned her being a nice lady. What was happening here was much bigger. Was the representation factor? That's what we were hitting on, and then the fact that we were kind of feel like they used her. She's not showing up anymore.
It just goes to show they don't give a crap about anyone or anything. It's power. That's the only thing that matters.
They will burn their own people, and the lengths that they have gone to now to maintain this power is sickening. But
and doing something like this, what does it do? It discourages anyone else that wants to go and try to go make a change. It's sit down, get in your place because we're in charge here. This is our, that's the message that they're sending by this.
Well,
we'll record you. We'll try to wreck you. We'll ruin your life. We'll make you look bad in this interview. How would you look going up there and doing an interview, like you said, in a hostile environment like that? I'm not saying he did a great job at all. I'm not saying that one bit. But what I'm saying is they used you at a weak moment to go do that.
Yeah,
so maybe he's not the most polished person to be answering questions like that, like somebody like maybe our council president who's been in politics now for how long? So what did we say he was in that other thing? 2004 he was elected till now, he's going to interview a lot different than Sam Sweet, a tax accountant from,
Well, I mean, think about the difference in I know you've been an entrepreneur for a long time now, but like I've interviewed jobs over the last 20 years just in the profession that I'm in right now. Some of them I've nailed it. Some of them I've absolutely bombed it.
Right.
Some of them walked out of there so proud, but then some I thought, God, I hope I
never see any of those people ever again.
I'm embarrassed for myself just because, sometimes you just don't get it, but you never would imagine any of those videos to ever come out. And that's exactly what happened here. Somebody took a private moment and turned it into a political thing. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. And shame on the Democratic Committee for doing that.
Really.
And then, and with all that, they still top three. Sam is one of the top three that are going to on Monday. On Monday,
are they really offended by the memes, or are they using that as a thing to be against him on? Or
no, I don't think.
Is it okay? Like, are memes the line that you can't cross?
No,
should we go down the list of all the other people that they're okay with, putting through and having on committee and on council?
Yeah,
should we go through other people's things?
They've got a lot of questionable people up on there.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of questionable things happening in the past.
What's the saying say? Like, don't throw stones from your glass house?
Yeah. There's a lot of things, and there's a lot of things, and there's a lot of... And the people that have gone up against them...
Memes is the line. That's it.
Yeah. Memes. If any one of those people up on council currently posted those same memes, nobody would have said a thing.
It would be okay.
Nobody would have said a thing. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot that they could be pointing fingers at in their own house.
I'm biting my lip right now.
Yes,
there
is. There's so much, but man, that just it crossed the line, and they put you know what? Then again,
this doesn't surprise me though.
They keep crossing lines. They keep crossing lines.
I want to. Do you want to see them? Because they did record him at the council.
Yeah, council recorded him also.
So now, yeah, what happens with is that one going to leak out? Now that one was done with what? Taxpayer dollars in a taxpayer building.
Yes, that's
with a taxpayer-funded camera, I'm sure.
That's a whole different story. That
would be interesting.
It would be.
Actually. Okay, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, I know that there were.
Keep that thought to myself.
I know. I know there were. I know there was a lot. I know kind of the topics that were discussed in that one, and it would be. You know, they like the podcast. I can tell you that.
What do you mean?
The folks
it's the number one podcast.
The folks interviewing. They like the podcast. They know the history of the podcast and everything we talk about.
Why? Do they really?
Yeah, they love it.
Who said that? Sam?
No, just the questions. Just the questions that they're asking. They ask a lot of questions.
Oh, okay.
They know all the names. They know everybody that's running against them. I guess they know all the history.
Okay.
They've probably clipped everything they possibly could. You know, say a bad word on this podcast and it's going to be on a flyer somewhere. But
you better watch because you're running, so you better watch your P's and Q's.
I got to watch my P's and Q's.
That was Sam saying he's got to watch his P's and Q's.
Yeah, he's got away with words, I guess. But
yeah, I mean the tactics. We just wanted to bring it up, and I mean you guys can go watch it yourself and make your own decision about.
I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure you haven't seen the New Jersey Globe article, so the focus here wasn't to, man, we got to get on here and defend Sam.
Right.
The focus was, look at the lengths that they will go to.
Yeah, it's more of an embarrassment piece to me to read this to them. I'll warn you now. Don't even waste your time. You'll never get the half hour or so that video is back in your life if you sit there and watch the interview. Watch first 2 minutes of it or something like it, just to get the idea of it. But that's just showing you this was a private moment that they took and are just going to now blast them on. It's just you make the decision yourself, or was this a genuine smart move on their part? If it was, okay, that's your choice. Though.
I think they know.
It's a dirtball move.
Well, I don't think they know it's a dirtball move. I think that they know that things are changing. The schools are back in the hands of the parents. If they did the math during the last election, they would have known that the two opponents to the mayor got more votes than the mayor. So they got to know it's slowly deteriorating. And now they're grabbing for everything that they can. And I don't know. It's up to you, really. It's up to you. Are you going to let them keep doing it? Or are you going to go find some new people to do it?
Yeah. You can't. This can't keep going on. It's disgusting. That's not how you should be. Whatever. Yeah.
Well, it's already too late to vote in the primaries, but you don't need to worry about voting in the primaries. I mean, it's already too late to vote in the primaries if you're not registered to vote. If you are registered to vote, go show up in the primaries anyway. And look, there's
practice for voting later or something.
Well, look, there's good people on the Democrat side that are running right now for commissioner. And there's good people on the Republican side that are running for Senate and legislative districts. So vote for them. Go do your research on them. I don't want to sway you in either one direction. We know people from both sides. Show up and vote on, it's June 6th, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think Election Day is June 6th. Show up and vote there. If you're not registered, after the primaries, go register.
Just register now. You don't have to wait till the primaries.
If you absolutely love them and you hate us, go vote against us.
Yeah.
Just show up and do it.
Yep.
That's all we ask is that people just show up and vote. Don't hate us, though, because we're not that... We're pretty cool.
Well, I was gonna say you said
We went
that
to a
there's-
cat village earlier today, and
Yeah.
there's
we were-
birds circling around us. I thought that was gonna be the last of us. So, yes,
Yeah. All right, guys.
that's it. Have
Disgusting moves on their parts.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, and council meeting is on Monday, right?
Yeah, we'll find out who the new council member is.
So that'll be on what, the 22nd?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Monday the 22nd.
Okay. I believe him.
7:30 at the municipal building.
Be there or be on YouTube. One or the other.
Be
Watch it.
there. Come hang out. We'll
Yep.
be there. I'm going to be there to. Actually, Sam can't make it to that meeting because he's got a little league game. But we'll be there to cheer on Walters, who's probably going to get picked because
Yep, that's where my
the one.
money's on.
But we will talk to you folks later.
See you
Thanks
guys
for
soon.
joining in. Talk to you soon.